Bikepacking the Elan Valley, cycling out to Cleddau, I think that's how you pronounce it, Cleddau Bothy, which is approximately halfway around the loop. The loop's around 60k, and the rig setup is as shown here. So a Caradura pack on the back, standard hardtail mountain bike, and sleeping bag and bivvy and cooker in the front pack there. Not too many shops or anywhere to restock on the ride, so having to carry all the food and water with me. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Just stopping for a bit of breakfast at the cafe at the Elan Valley village. Just left the cafe, probably 10k into the ride, and coming, as you can see ahead, a climb up to the first dam, I think. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Just spinning gears with the luggage on. Well, I managed about 3/4 of it, but this last bit here is well over 25%, I think, and I kind of ran out of gears with the luggage, so decided to take the better option and just push it. Even that's pretty hard work though, and the top is just there, so nearly all done with. Someone's put in a very well constructed bridge in this totally remote area. Absolutely beautiful though. First sight of one of the reservoirs, I guess the closest one to the visitor centre. We'll be returning on our loop on the far side of that reservoir back to the visitor centre. An indication there of how low the water level is. Amazing. River Elan, I assume. Just crossing it and then going on a track the other side of the reservoir. Approaching one of the dams in the upper Elan Valley. So this is the Elan reservoir. Again, you can see how low the water level is. Way down. Ahead, doesn't seem at all bothered really about me. And there he is. Hello. Kite. Sit. Approaching the bothy clear dew, probably about 5k away. Just so peaceful. I haven't really seen anyone. I think two people on bikes, and that's all. Totally deserted. Beautiful. Feels really remote now. Well away from any houses, any cars, any people. Just total peace. Not a very good place to be if it was bad weather though. Very little shelter. You can imagine the storms whipping through here. first signpost I've seen for the Trans-Cambrian Way. I think this is kind of pointing the way to the Bothy as well, which is just a short distance up the track here. The track into the Bothy, hopefully. And here it is, the Bothy, I believe. Very tucked away. Doesn't seem to be anybody there at the moment. 1852 it was built. Obviously a farm at some point. Oh, this is all very cosy. Wood burner, chairs, very neat and tidy. Wood to burn, books, water bottle, water in it, oh, gas canister, and food of various description. Kitchen area. And water, that's brilliant. Hopefully that's drinking water. Places to sleep. Someone's left their sandals. More places to sleep. And more places to sleep with a pillow. Pillows, quilts. This is brilliant. That's the bed for the night. It's cosy enough. Hopefully no one else will turn up. Walking out from the Bothy up the hill behind it, this is the view you get. Sun's starting to sink. Absolutely beautiful. You can probably see the Bothy down there in the dip. Still no one arrived and it's getting on for 6 o'clock. So here we are at the top of the walk from the Bothy, and this here is Clindu. If I can get down to it without going through bogs, I may try and do a little swim. I've got the towel here, so we'll see how we go. Unfortunately, it's a little too boggy. I can't really get close to the water's edge, so I'll have to abandon the swim. It must be an absolutely haven for wildlife here. just left the bothy, had a reasonable nice night's sleep. A couple of other people there, a German guy and an English guy, I think, are doing the Cambrian Way. Weather not so nice today. The route today, retracing my steps from the bothy for about a mile, and then turning off on what looks like a relatively rough track with some significant climbing up onto a ridge, finding an ancient road on the top of the ridge, following that along until we come back down to the lakes and reservoirs, and then following those back to Elan. I think the first half of the ride will be the toughest, and maybe more walking than riding. We'll see how it goes. Looks like there's some clearing in the clouds in the distance, and the wind direction is towards me, so hopefully that little bit of sun is heading our way. With the cows and the calves, a very cute one, brown one there, all very inquisitive. Unfortunately I need to get my feet wet now. I can't ride through this because it's very soft gravel underneath. So this is my track on the left here. I came down the one on the right yesterday. From the Ordnance Survey map, it looks as though it gets pretty steep, so we'll just check over this ridge here. So that was pretty tough. We basically coming through bog for about a quarter of a mile on slightly higher ground now. The track seems to be ahead of us, so hopefully it'll be a bit easier now. That's a view back to the reservoir that we came round yesterday. You can see the track to the left of it. We have sun, so it's feeling quite a bit warmer now. Been walking most of that, and most of it's been bog. Crossing this river here, and then I think we're climbing up onto that ridge. That's the track we just come up. Pretty damn tough. Nearly at the top now, and hopefully it gets a bit easier. So I think this must be the ancient road, and coming towards me. It's the first one I've seen today. See, this is pretty remote. No farmhouses, no roads, nothing. So it's not the sort of place you'd like to get injured, really. Now on the ancient road on the top of the ridge. Looks like I'll be getting my feet wet again. This is fairly extensive, and it's surrounded by the area of the first significant road climb of the day. Lots of hairpins, probably about 20%. Managed to get up that one. Came from down there by the river. There we are, back at Rayada. Absolutely brilliant couple of days. The ride out to the Bothy on the first day was spectacular, and mostly you could cycle it. The ride back from the Bothy, across the top of the hills, there were a lot of peat bogs, which I certainly couldn't ride with bags on the bike. So it was very slow going, but there is a good descent when you come off that hill into Rayada. So if I was doing it again, I'd probably go out and back to the Bothy using the first day's route. Fantastic couple of days.